in what is unfortunately probably one of the most lackluster fights on the main card. Jessica Rose Clark gets a demolition decision win against Joselyne Edwards, but I guess we can't really call it a demolition. We can call it just a very slow burn, unanimous decision win against Joselyne Edwards, man. She laid and prayed for 3 rounds, and this was truly the definition of lay and pray. Now, I'm not mad because Jessica Rose Clark, this is her first fight back in nearly 13 months since having ACL surgery, so you need the win because guess what's worse than a boring win? A loss, right? So, you know what I mean? You got to stay in the win column. Fuck the fans. Fuck what anybody else is saying. But the thing that stood out to me, AJ, is that I knew Joselyne Edwards was nice on the feet, right? We already knew that. That was her one chance of winning. Jessica Rose Clark has good Muay Thai, solid striking. What surprised me is that Jessica Rose Clark felt like one shot from Edwards and said, "Oh, no, we're wrestling, dude. Like, we're not standing up. I'm not fighting this fight with you." So I'm like, yo, you improved and you grew in your wrestling, but did you take a step back in the striking? Because, you know what I mean? Like, I get you want to like sit there and you want to test what your newfound skills, but I was expecting a better showing on the feet against Edwards. What do you think about that, AJ?
I would agree with you. I don't know if she took a step back or if Joselyne Edwards is just that much better on the feet. But Jessica Rose Clark caught one, I believe it was a right hand down the pipe. She like looked at her like, oh, okay, whoop. Yep. We're going under. We're shooting this double leg. We're pressing up against the fans. This is it. I'm doing what the game plan was. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think it was just a game plan thing. They said, yo, this girl's long. She's lanky. She hits hard. Let's just duck under one of these rights and just shoot a double leg. We might, get it done easiest way because option number one or most, the priority number one is get the win regardless, however it comes. I was a little not necessarily disappointed, but taken back by this fight because Joselyne Edwards was talking mad smack in the beginning. She's like, I need to make this one vicious. I need, I want violence here. I need to be an Australian. I need to, talking all this smack. I thought this was going to be a bloody win. And it was very much a lay and pray. And if I talk shit about Brunson, I got to talk a little bit of shit about Jessica Rose Clark because even though I needed this win for the record, yeah, man, it was very boring. It was very much a lay and pray hump fest. And, a win is a win is a win, but it was still a very boring win. And it's a little worse for Edwards because it was a very boring loss. So, she really showed her biggest holes in the game of putting her guard up the entire time. And even on the, we've said it here a lot. They said it on the broadcast. The second that guard stays closed, it's just a stalling tactic, which actually worked a couple times for no nonsense, man. Keith Peterson. Yeah, Keith Peterson. He even stood him up a couple times where he's like, all right, this is just getting boring, guys. Like, gotta cut this shit out. Like, work or I'm gonna stand you up. And Jessica Rose Clark, every single time they stood up, she just took her down. So, yeah, a little bit game plan worthy. Yeah. Was it a win? Yeah. Was it what we wanted to see? Not so much.
Yeah, it's not going to win you any fans, but it's going to get you in the right direction and get you another fight that gives you the potential then to win over the fans again. Since this is such a what have you done for me lately sport, we cannot forget Jessica Rose Clark because she's a fan favorite, man. She brings it. Yeah, maybe she wasn't as intense this fight. That's all right. It was her first fight back, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad. Joselyne Edwards, though, man, one of our favorite prospects to come up in here to try to make it happen. I think she has 1 win in the UFC so far, maybe 2, but I'm pretty sure it's 1. It's tough, man. It's tough when you have such a clear hole in your game. This is basically she needs to take a trip to Hendrickson, go to Dagestan, go to wherever you need to go, DC Wrestling Academy, get some lessons from Jessica Rose Clark. Like, it doesn't matter. But if she was able to stuff a takedown, man, she'd be a dangerous fighter. She'd be such a dangerous fighter. But that's the thing. Mixed martial arts, man. You got to bring it. You can't. So, like, this is also what goes to show when fighters are getting their record kind of padded up in the regionals when they're knocking everybody out in the first round. That's what was one of my things coming when she came into the UFC. I was like, dude, she's so dangerous. Dude, look at all these knockouts she has. None of these female fighters have knockouts like that. Well, guess what? This is against the regionals. You get to the big show, and yeah, those knockouts aren't there anymore. So I'm expecting big things from Joselyne Edwards. She's very young in her career, but this was a big win, a must-win for Jessica Rose Clark, and you had to do what you had to do, man. We'll leave it at that, man. Not an upset, and Jessica Rose Clark moves to 4-2 in the UFC, 2-fight win streak, and dude, over 10 minutes of control time. So yeah, real hump fest that you had right there.